Hello everyone, this is the SAS team. Today's topic is VQA, that stands for Visual Question and Answering. The Visual Question and Answering is a model that takes two types of inputs, an image and a text. The text relates to the query about the image input and it gives us the output in the form of text answering the question. How it is different from the LLM? LLM uses the text input to give the text output. Okay, it encode and decode in the common format text. But there are many disadvantages in the real life, like not all the documents are in text formats. There might be some visual representations like charts, images, diagrams that can't be understandable by the LLMs. So there comes the emergence of VLM. VLM stands for Visual Language Model that takes two inputs. Here you can see it takes the two inputs. One is in the form of images. The next is in the form of text. The images are divided into various patches. These patches are then converted into the vector forms like XP1, XP2. Similarly, from the normal text format, it is decoded into the vectors. At this stage, both the photos and the text are in the common vector format, which can be understandable by the LLM, which then decode it and encode it to provide the answer. This is how the VLM works. VLMs comes handy in various applications like visual documentation, visual question and answering, which is what we are going to discuss just now. So we understood how it takes the input of text and an image, gives it to the encoder, then by using the various models which are trained, it gave us the text output. Now let us look at the demo of the VQA application. Here you can see this is the format where you can browse a picture, then input a text query, and upon entering it would answer accordingly. So let's now click on the picture. You can see there is the preview of this picture just right here. Now let us ask the question. The question you can ask for right now is, how many elements are there in the room and name them. Upon entering, it will take some time processing. And here is the answer. You could see it reported how many elements in there are in total and it named them all, right? So it could detect an image and count it all and even detect them individually, like chair, books, all of them. Okay. So this was the first advantage or first application of the VQA. It could detect and identify the object. The second one, let's take another picture. You must be wondering how it is useful in the educational world. So yes, there are its uses. You can you can send a diagram to it and it would explain to you. Let's take the diagram. So here you can see it is the flower diagram, the various parts of the flower. Now I will ask the question here. Explain me all the terms related to the image here in detail. If you would write in detail, in summary, it would answer accordingly. It's taking some time in processing and yes, you can see it now, how it answered its questions. Right? So it could come handy in the educational purpose to explain or to understand various types of descriptive images. Next, we could also take the example of charts, pie chart, statistical data, and it could answer accordingly. Like here, I have taken the image of the bar graph and I have asked the question of what's the trend, and it gives me the output of the trend, how it gradually increased or decreased. So this was the project of the VQA where you input a text as well as the image. The text is querying about the image and it would answer accordingly. It could come handy in the educational purpose. You can understand and explain things. It could come handy in understanding the pie charts and all. It is also useful for the visually impaired people, so that they can understand the image. And so this is the VQA that is based on VLM technology. Thank you.